Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. This is Tina Marie and today we're going to be talking about my top 10 vanilla fragrances. By any means, this is not going to be in order of my favorites. I'm just going to be talking about which ones I highly recommend because they're all beautiful and they're all different, but they all share the vanilla note. Now, I did buy tester strips and I'm going to be using them because these are a lot of fragrances, but also for a disclaimer from a different video that I received a critique, and I understand that when we spray fragrance, we're not supposed to dab it. The reason why I did that is that my fragrance came defective, so when I sprayed it on my hand, it was dripping and I felt uncomfortable letting the fragrance drip. But other than that, my opinion is the same because I did previously test it out on my body and I tested out on my wrist without touching it, and it's the same type of impression of notes and everything that I was talking about, as well as projection. And there was a lot of people talking about the fragrance that the projection wasn't that great. And I'm talking about the Over Red Black Opium. And that one is a beautiful fragrance. It's just the projection wasn't like there. So just leaving that aside, now I'm going to continue on with my review. And my first one that I'm going to be talking about is Libre Le Parfum. This one is my favorite. I do have another one that's comparison to this, but this one is my favorite just because I like the dry down and the depth of this fragrance. It's just like the notes are just giving. And the only downside of this fragrance is that it does stain your clothes. So you have to be careful not to spray it on your clothes, especially white clothes. This, I suggest wearing it directly on your body and wait for it to air dry just before you put on your clothes. So now let's talk about how it smells, and I'm going to use my tester strip. And I got these in Amazon just in case you guys want tester strips, and there were 200 tester strips for $6. So that information, I'll put it on the description down below. And now I'm going to spray it on my tester strip and we're going to smell. Okay, this is something that's very classy, very smooth. It doesn't have like a super boozy note to it. However, it does remind me so much of Jazz Club by Replica. The other one is more masculine leaning and it's not too sweet like this one. This one does have that floral lavender scent that follows through the beginning of the notes. I could smell the vanilla and I feel like it has a little bit of that not licorice, but it does have that what's it called, that boozy vibe to it that's very soft and subtle. It reminds me so much of like rum and coke for some reason. All right, so I'm going to be reading the notes here in Fragrantica. And it says it has ginger, saffron, mandarin orange, and bergamot on the top notes. Now, the top notes, I do smell the ginger, and I smell a little bit of the orange, but I don't smell the bergamot. The saffron, I feel like it's mixed in with the whole fragrance. I don't get that very spicy note at all, but I feel like it's like very well blended with the rest. The mid notes are orange blossom, lavender, and I do smell the lavender in this, and I do smell the orange, but I feel like the mandarin orange and the orange blossom are like kind of like blended in as well, and the only thing I smell is that citrus orange, but I don't distinguish between any of those two. It's just like straight out orange. And then the base notes is bourbon vanilla, honey, tonka bean, and vetiver. So I do smell the vanilla, but I do smell the honey as well. And it's so classy. I feel like someone that's very classy that wants to go out for evening out at the city or just for a date night, you could completely wear this. This is very sophisticated. Or for that very boss lady that has that security in herself, I feel like this is this is it. This is the most beautiful fragrance, and it's one of my favorites, and even the packaging. Now let's move on with Mahni Cassonade. That one I also made a mistake on the name. I know Mahni is the name of her daughter from Sharita, and Cassonade is brown sugar in French. So I'm just putting that disclaimer as well. And I'm gonna be spraying this. Oh, this is, you guys know this is so beautiful. This is very gourmandish vanilla, and it has that brown sugar note that I really love. And I feel like it stays the same throughout the fragrance. And I did talk about this fragrance in my last video. So I highly recommend this one if you're into that sophisticated vanilla gourmand scent. And yeah, this is for evening out too. For my other fragrance that I'm going to be talking about, this is Burberry Goddess. And this one I haven't reviewed yet, but it's one of my new favorites. And I am going to spray here before we talk about the notes. So I like the classy bottle. And I love this vanilla because it's very lightweight. It's not very heavy. And I could smell the citrus and vanilla right away. It's very like citrus, creamy, lemony, vanilla. It's very elegant. I feel like this one could be a signature scent, but you could also wear this during the day because it's not super like beast mode projection. I feel like this can be medium to light projection. Now this can change. It can vary person to person. So this is something that you have to use and investigate for yourself if this has more projection on you. But on me, it does give me that medium to low projection. And I am going to be looking for the notes. And let's see. Burberry Goddess and Fragrantica. Now, it says right here, it has top notes of vanilla, lavender, cacao, and ginger. Mid notes is vanilla caviar, and base notes are vanilla absolute. Now, when I smell this, I do smell the vanilla caviar. It's not the first time that it's in a perfume. I have smelled it, so I see it's like, it's on the mid notes, but I feel like it's on the top notes. It just projects all the time. And I smell the lavender and the ginger. I don't smell the cacao in this. Maybe it plays a little bit a role that enhances the other notes. Now, if you guys smell it, let me know in the comments below, but I don't smell it. I feel like it probably enhances this fragrance a little bit more. But it's a beautiful fragrance and I love it. All right, for the next fragrance that I'm going to be talking about, Essentials Parfum Divine Vanille. This one is very beautiful. It's very deep. It's very floral, woody, and very citrusy. When I sprayed it and smelled it, it gives you off like this very, I don't want to say artificial scent. It just gives me that iris scent, but I don't know if it has iris, but it's very pleasing to your, when you wear it, and it kind of blends in with the vanilla and the florals in here, and it balances very well. Now, the dry down is more woodsy and a little bit more citrusy. So I'm going to read the notes online and see what the notes say in Fragrantica. So here it says top notes are cinnamon, black pepper, and it has sage. And then the mid notes, it has incense, osmanthus, and pomarose. Then the base notes has Madagascar vanilla, tonka bean, and benzoin, and then Texas cedar, and then patchouli and musk. I do smell the musk and cedar wood and the benzoin because it does have that resin smell to it. I do smell that it has some type of spice, and this is a black pepper in here. I do not smell the cinnamon. I smell a little bit of the sage, and the vanilla and tonka bean. I only smell it when you first spray it, but then it dries down differently, like woodsy and very herbal, very incensey. So it's a very beautiful and attractive vanilla. Now we're going to be talking about Angel Share. Now this is a popular niche fragrance and it's unisex, but honestly, it's just divine. It's a gourmand. For me, it smells like apple pie that's boozy and deep and woody. And I'm going to spray it on here, so that way I could let you know what I smell on the notes. Right away, I smell cinnamon apple, like a very deep, nice, sugary vanilla, and some woody note in here. It's very spicy, it's very citrus, it's very deep, it's very like for nighttime. I say this is beast mode. When you put it on, you have to be careful because it projects a lot. And this lasts more than 8 hours. Like I could wash my clothes and I could still smell it. All right, I'm gonna read the notes in the webpage. And let's see what it says right here. All right, the top notes are cognac. So that's the boozy notes I sensed. Okay, it has mid notes of cinnamon, tonka bean, oak, and then the base notes are perline, vanilla, and sandalwood. It doesn't have the apple note here, but I do smell like an apple scent, like an apple pie, like gourmand fragrance. It's very beautiful. So like I said, I did sense like a boozy note, which is the cognac, the cinnamon, which is the mid note, and the vanilla scent that's giving is the tonka bean and the vanilla. And I do smell the woody note, but it doesn't smell like sandalwood. Maybe because it's all mixed up, like very well blended with the other notes. And I do smell that very deep and sultry note, which is perline, which it's in a lot of like deep woody, fruity gourmand scents. Now this one is very like beautiful and very appealing. So I consider that a nighttime fragrance. Now for my next one that I'm going to be talking about, it's going to be Coco Chanel Mademoiselle. This is a classic. This is an OG. That's my favorite. And I have had like 5 bottles of this, but I bought this time the travel size because I have too many fragrances. And so it goes like this. Ding. And I'm going to get a tester strip. And there we go. Yeah, so this is very classy, very fresh, very floral. That floral vanilla. I do get like some type of like mandarin orange with a white flower. And that woody note, I feel like it might have like some type of musk. So let's read the notes. And this one could be a signature scent. I used to wear it as a signature scent. It was my favorite. And I do smell like a little bit of patchouli. So let me look up the notes here on Fragrantica. All right, so I'm back with the notes. Here I see that the top notes are orange, mandarin orange, bergamot, and orange blossom. So there's a ton of orange. Now the mid notes are going to be Turkish rose, jasmine, mimosa, ylang ylang. And I do get a white flower, so that must be like the jasmine, ylang ylang. And the Turkish rose, I feel like it's well blended with the whole fragrance. Now, the base notes is patchouli, white musk. I did smell those two. Vanilla and tonka bean. I did smell the tonka bean and the vanilla. And then it has vetiver and apoponax. I hope I didn't butcher that. I'm so sorry. Yeah, so it's very beautiful. This fragrance got the Best Fragrance Award in 2008. So a lot of people love this fragrance. It's very beautiful. It's very classy. And this you can wear daytime and nighttime. And it's just very beautiful. So my next one that I am going to be talking about, this is Billie Eilish. And this is the number one of all her flankers. And this one is very well loved. A lot of people like this one. Oh my gosh, this smells like coconut vanilla with a little bit of spiciness, and it dries down very woody. And I feel like it has a little bit of that brown sugar vibe. Very sophisticated, very deep. I feel like this is medium projection. It could definitely last 6 to 8 hours. Very beautiful. Now I'm going to look for the notes here in Fragrantica again. All right, so I'm back with the notes, and the top notes of Billie Eilish. It has sugar. Well, I did sense that, but for me, it smells like brown sugar, red berries, and mandarin. I did smell a little bit of the citrus, but I feel like it was more mixed in with vanilla. Okay, so the mid notes are vanilla, cacao, and spice. So I did sense the spice and the vanilla, but I didn't sense the cacao note. Now the base notes has tonka bean, amber, musk, and woody notes. Now the woody notes I did smell, but not the musk or tonka bean at all, unless it's mixed in with all the vanilla and all the sugar there. Like, you can't really distinguish between that note. But let me try again. Yeah, it's very well blended. Like, I feel like it's very hard to sense the notes. You could only sense the very dominant notes, like the vanilla, a little bit of the citrus, and the woody notes, and the spiciness. It's a very sophisticated scent. I feel like you could wear this during the night, but unless you really love it, you could wear it all the time. But this is definitely like very nighttime, going to a date or something. Very beautiful. All right, the next one I'm going to be talking about, and this is Kayali Vanilla 28. This one, it's very sophisticated. I feel like it has some type of violet or lavender scent to it. It makes this vanilla very sophisticated. It does remind me a little bit of Burberry Her or Mix Bar's Bourbon Vanilla. If you have smelled that they sell it at Target. That one smells very like sophisticated, very expensive, but it's not very expensive. It's economical. So I'm going to spray this. All right, yeah. I'm getting that iris smell, like lavender or iris. No, because it does have that very lipsticky, artificial scent, but I like it. I do sense a little bit of that brown sugar as well on this fragrance, and the vanilla. It's very like sparkling. It does have some type of like citrus note in here. And it is deep. I feel like this is a nighttime fragrance. I feel like it does have some type of depth to it. Okay, so I'm back with the notes of Vanilla 28. And it says top notes have the vanilla orchid and jasmine note. And I did sense some type of like vanilla iris, or that what do they call it, lavender note, which can be similar to an like orchid note. And then the mid notes are brown sugar. I did sense the brown sugar, and then the tonka bean that gives it a little bit of that vanilla deep scent. The base notes, it has amber wood, musk, and patchouli. So now I'm gonna go on to my last two fragrances, and this is from the same house. It's from Vivamor Parfums, and I'm gonna start off with Vanilla Vice, and I'm gonna spray it on right here on another tester strip, and here we go. Now, I don't like these little spray things. See, this is what happened to my other perfume. It just squirted in like everywhere. All right. This is very woody. This is very citrusy, very spicy vanilla. This stays linear. I don't feel like it changes that much. It's very deep and sensual and nighttime fragrance. this has a little bit of this artificial leathery scent that I really like. It's very attractive, very deep. This is leaning very unisex. And I'm going to read the notes again. I know I did a review on this, but I'm going to do it really quick. And this is Vanilla Vice. It has top notes of cognac, absolute, almond, and then hearts of heliotrope, suede, and incense. I also see the base notes are Brazilian tonka bean, Madagascar vanilla, and ambergris. Yeah, I do sense a little bit of the ambergris because it's a little bit salty. It's an aquatic, animalic note. I do smell the suede, the vanilla, and the incense, the booziness. I do not smell the almond note in here. I do smell the vanilla though. So yeah, this is very beautiful, very deep and very sophisticated fragrance, and it's well worth buying the big bottle, and I'm looking forward to buying the big bottle soon. So yeah, I'm going to move on to the next fragrance, which is my last one, but not the least. It's Sweet Sin from Vivamor. So, okay, like I said, these atomizers are just, oof, they're giving me trouble. All right, here goes nothing. All right. Okay, yeah, this is very sultry and deep and very gourmandish, but sophisticated and very sassy. I smell right away the apricots that are like have been sitting in rum for a while, but these are dry apricots. I feel like it's been baked too. They have some type of cinnamon, some type of spice, maybe, I don't know, saffron in this. I don't know. It's just very delicious. I feel like it's a very legit apricot. I also sense some type of sugar and deep woody note. But I'm going to read the notes. So I have it here. It says top notes are dry apricot and peaches. It has heart notes of rum, absolute, Brazilian tonka bean, Indian benzoin, Madagascar vanilla as the base note, Indonesian patchouli, and white musk. So yeah, I could smell some deepness into it, but it says right here it's the white musk and patchouli. So maybe that's what I'm smelling as the woody note. It does have the Madagascar vanilla. I do smell the vanilla, but the most prominent note here is the rum and the apricots and the peaches, especially the dry apricot. It's very deep, it's very sensual, and I feel like this is very unisex too. I feel like anybody could wear this. Thank you so much everyone for watching. Very nice. Don't forget to comment down below which is your favorite vanilla fragrance, and if you guys know any new ones out there, also comment and let me know, because I love to collect all these vanilla fragrances. So thank you so much. Don't forget to subscribe and press that notification bar. Bye bye.